My mom was a gorgeous lunatic, and my dad, he didn't mind one bit. He was known all around for how good he treated her. Then one day, a group of strangers stormed the village, and just like that, my mom snapped back to her senses. The next morning, my dad's body was found floating in the river, and my mom left with those people, gone for good. Everyone called her cold-blooded and ruthless, said she had no shame. What they didn't know was that I was the one who tipped those people off, and I was the one who killed my dad. I'd been watching through the door crack, saw him buckling up his pants, that smug, satisfied look on his face as he walked out of the room. I scrambled back onto my flour sack. The next second, he kicked my door. "Go heat up some water, clean your mom up." I didn't say a word, just rolled out of bed and went to the kitchen to boil water. The room reeked. That salty, metallic smell made my stomach turn. Mom was lying there naked in the tangled sheets, not moving, eyes fixed on the ceiling. You'd think she was dead if you didn't know better. My heart sank. I couldn't bring myself to look at her. Her arms and neck were pale and smooth, but the parts of her that no one was supposed to see were covered in bruises, blue and purple. Dad made sure no one ever found out what he did to her behind closed doors. I carefully lifted the copper kettle and poured hot water into the basin, mixing it to just the right temperature, dropped in a rough cloth, and gently started cleaning her up. The second I touched the bruises on her inner thighs, Mom jolted awake. She curled up and started screaming, wouldn't let me anywhere near her. Her screams carried all the way outside. I frantically waved my hands at her. "Mom, stop screaming! Keep it up and Dad's gonna hurt you again." That's when I heard it from the yard. The crack of an axe splitting wood. Sharp and steady, every hit felt like it was splitting something inside me. Mom went dead silent, terror written all over her face. Then the gate creaked open. Neighbor Auntie Wang stepped in. "Niane, how's your mom doing these days?" Dad let out a helpless little laugh. "It's hot out. I was just trying to clean her up." But she's not having it. She's throwing a fit. Auntie Wang sighed. "Ugh, you've got it tough, you really do." Then her eyes landed on the wood in Dad's hands. "What you building now?" Dad answered in that simple, honest tone. "She won't sit still, so I'm making her a special chair. Makes bathing her a whole lot easier." Auntie Wang laughed and gushed. "Nian, his dad, you're such a good husband. The way you take care of her." What she didn't realize was that me and Mom inside were chilled to the bone. That chair was no ordinary chair. The armrests and the backrest were fitted with lockdown restraints. We had a few of those things around the house, all of them dressed up with nice names. "Custom made, just for Mom." All stashed deep in the back room. The wooden stool for her comfort, the rocking horse to make her happy, and the wooden swing. Everyone said Dad went above and beyond for Mom, keeping a mentally ill woman entertained. What a guy, right? But I was the only one who knew the truth was something else entirely. On the nights Dad got blackout drunk, I'd seen him tie Mom to that rocking horse and whip her back with thin bamboo strips. Across her delicate skin, he'd leave angry, bloody welts. Mom was drenched in sweat from the pain, tears streaming down her face, but she couldn't make a sound. Her mouth was gagged. Dad laughed the whole time he beat her. Who would have thought? A high-class lady like you, rolling around in front of me like an animal. Was my dad losing his mind too? And what did Mom have to do with some high-class lady? In the dark, he was like a monster, terrifying. But by day, Dad was the village's most upstanding man. A devoted husband who'd do anything for his wife. He always kept Mom neat and put together, hair combed perfectly, even after chopping wood all day, walking miles to sell it in town. He made sure me and Mom never went without. People in the village spread the word. Mom was the lucky one. What a good man she had. I always felt Dad was never good enough for her. Mom had this natural softness about her, a vibe completely different from everyone around us. On her lucid days, her face was calm and knowing. I couldn't help but want to be close to her. But from day one, I had a gut feeling against Dad. Not fear, disgust. Those yellow teeth of his, always leaving that nasty smell on Mom's neck. As I got older, I started to see how different he was, in public versus at home. The way he treated Mom, he did the same thing to me. In front of everyone, he was a loving father. Behind closed doors, he trained me like a dog. I didn't even have a bed, just curled up on rice sacks. But he'd tell people, I was scared of the dark and always crawled into bed with him and Mom. On the surface, he was frugal. Simple food, simple life, always putting me and Mom first. But I'd catch him in private, eating roasted chicken and drinking by himself. He didn't even care that I saw. He'd grab me by the hair and threaten me. "Say one word about this, and I'll break your legs." His reputation was spotless, so even when he beat me, nobody said a thing. Instead, people blamed me for being a bad kid. Some even said Mom was dragging him down, pushing such a good man to his breaking point. So Dad got bolder and bolder. But slowly, I started noticing something was off. A man who barely scraped by chopping firewood kept sneaking off to eat meat and drink by himself. Where was that money coming from? One night, I climbed the crooked tree out back and caught a glimpse of Dad's secret. He crept out of the house, checking his surroundings, then dug up a wooden box from the corner of the yard. Something silvery glinted in the moonlight. He pulled out one piece, weighed it in his hand, satisfied, and pocketed it, then buried the box again. My mind was blown. A bundle of firewood barely makes a few coins. So when did he manage to fill an entire box with silver? One day while Dad was in town selling wood, I quietly dug up that box and carried it inside. "Mom," I said urgently, "there's silver in here. I'm getting us out of here." Mom caught sight of that old wooden box. Her eyes went wide. She froze. I was going crazy inside. I grabbed the box and pushed her. "Mom, we gotta go. We're running out of time." She shot me this sharp, guarded look. For a moment, she seemed completely herself again. But in the blink of an eye, she slipped back into madness. She swung her hand and knocked the box to the floor. Silver scattered everywhere. While I scrambled to pick it all up, She giggled and played with the box. Somehow, a hidden compartment popped open at the bottom, and a jade pendant fell out. It was simple, classic, intricately carved. Mom pressed it against her face, murmuring softly to herself. My mind was full of questions. Mom seemed to know this pendant. After some coaxing, I got it into my own hands and stared at it for a long time. Suddenly, the gate made a sound. I startled and frantically stuffed the silver back in, shoving the box under the bed. Nyanya. You and your mom okay in there? Auntie Wang's voice came from outside the door. Everything's fine. Auntie Wang, Mom just knocked over a bowl. I already cleaned it up. I called back quickly, heart pounding. Auntie Wang seemed to buy it and backed off, leaving me to quietly wipe the cold sweat from my forehead. We couldn't wait any longer. I quickly grabbed whatever we could carry, took Mom's hand and headed for the door. We'd barely stepped outside when Auntie Wang and a few neighbor ladies were standing right there blocking us. They hadn't left at all. Neon, where do you think you're taking your mom? Their eyes zeroed in on the bundle on my back. Nothing. Just taking her for a walk by the river. I fumbled over my words. The ladies took a step closer. Your mom's not right in the head. And you're just a kid. Your dad's not home. Don't go wandering off. Get back inside. My heart dropped. I turned to look at Mom. She seemed completely unaware of what was going on, just staring down, fiddling with a little flower in her hands, giggling to herself, mumbling nonsense. I took her hand with a heavy heart and turned back inside, and the ladies' whispers followed us from behind.